Hey, coming at you again with another one of these weird stories. The dark side of Hey Dad. You know, a buddy of mine that I've worked with was telling me a story that happened to him back in 2021 during deer season in a little area not far from a town called Shudrint. Okay, it's family land. Only people that can hunt on it is him and his family. Well, he has one of them tree stands, like a buddy stand, where you put 2 or more people in a tree stand. And he had it strapped into a huge oak tree. Well, that morning he gets there. It's pitch black. You know, we always get there pitch black. Gets his flashlight, and he's walking. And everything's dead quiet. There's no crickets, no birds, no frogs. This is early gun season. It's still 80, 90 degrees in Louisiana. 1st of November. Gets to the tree stand, goes up in it. He's there about 3 hours. Everything's good and light now. He's seeing everything and nothing. No birds, no rabbits, no squirrels. And usually he says the squirrels drive him crazy in that area. He's sitting there and he hears something behind him real heavy coming through the woods. Well, he's thinking to himself, man, I got me a huge hog coming. So he flips the safety off of his rifle, 270, and he's sitting there, and he keeps hearing it, and then he starts hearing these grunts, which he associates with a hog. Real loud, guttural grunts, I suppose. I can't make the exact sounds he was making. He's sitting there. Now, he's 16, 17 foot up in the air. And he's trying to peek around and see what's coming up on him. Can't see nothing. Out of nowhere, an old rotten pine limb, probably from what he said, the way it whopped around the tree, was probably 6 to 7 foot long. Flies, hits the back of the tree where he's at, comes around, knocks the fire out of him, breaks into 100 pieces. He stood up, swings around with that rifle, and all he couldn't see nothing, but at a distance, he heard something real heavy running off. It gets off. And he's like, you son of a, You know, he thought he had some big old fat boy like us, like him, but we don't run that fast. So he shimmies down that tree stand and he takes out the direction he heard this thing going. So he's fixing to find out who's on his land. He's fixing to give him something. Well, he hears a high-pitched squeal from one side of him that sounded like he couldn't explain it. Then in front of him, he heard a guttural howl, growl that was, he said he felt the vibration in his chest. He stopped the pursuit, then turned around, walked across the high line, across the field, back to his truck, and left. And he said he didn't hunt that place again until late December. And when he went back, something had been in his stand, pried the gun rail off of it, all kinds of marks around on it. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I said, you think it was a booger? He goes, I never thought about that. But anyhow, he doesn't hunt there very much anymore. He joined a hunting club the other side of Ruston, Louisiana. And that's where he hunted all the last 2 years. He said he ain't playing that. No, he said there's been weird stuff going around there for years, but that's the first time something ever got thrown at him. I mean, he said he's had ground blinds destroyed. He's had deer feeders. There's no reason rhyme, the hanging kind that hang, you hang from a rope or something on a oak tree that's live and kicking on a 5-inch round limb. pulled down. And nothing can reach them. Not even a black bear, which we have a few in this area, but nothing could reach it. But it's pulled down and squashed, and all the corn gone. And he never put two and two together till he got the growls and the howls and the limb thrown at him. And he doesn't go back in that neck of the woods again. Been in his family for like 45 years, he said. He ain't been back there since that day. He went back and got his stand, I should say. I think he did. But no, his other kinfolk hunt it, and they have weird things happen. I mean, he told me somebody's cousin actually had a bunch of coon that his cousin had trapped in live traps on a creek bottom there in the bed of the truck. And he walked off into the woods there to look for a place to put up a deer stand. And when he came back, 10 coons were gone out of his truck. And we're out in the middle of nowhere, he said. There's no road there. He's just driving a trail and an old Toyota pickup out there in the middle of nowhere. And these coon are just gone out of the bed of his truck. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story. Be safe in the woods. If you hear something and you don't know what it is, pretty sure it's time to go. Because I've been there. I know what goes bumping in the night. And y'all have a good day.